this. We can be, we can achieve. Are we recording?
See the man, be the man.
That's right. See the man, be the man. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo, Ric Flair. Woo! Welcome back to the Stache and Beard Show.
What's up, y'all? I got nothing for that. I got nothing.
Don't worry, I'll carry
I got no lead in. I got no Macho Man. I can't do the Hulk voice right now.
What? You can't. It's just it's Hulk Hogan, brother.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but you gotta be on. You know.
How about some Old English?
Old English? No, I can't do that right now. The Scottish shit I used to do. I gotta be on for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
When Jeremiah used to fucking come over and he horrible accents, man. Fucking horrible. And he'd swear to God they were good. I'm like, no, and then I'd get into character and I would just go. But you gotta be in character. I don't know.
You
He's not a little bitch man anyways.
I don't. Oh man, what's Iron Life?
He does a lot of.
He's huge into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I watch a lot of. He does a lot of throws, and me being a wrestling coach and being a Greco-Roman guy, which is all upper body, all throws. I'm like, bet he couldn't throw me. And I'm like, I want to show up one day and just see. Come on, Jay, come here. Wrap up.
That would be pretty interesting.
It would be fun. It would be fun to see. So, but I always love watching his videos on Instagram and all that shit.
You know, he's as long as I've known him, he's been jiu-jitsu. Yeah. I was just still to this day still not into it.
Yeah.
I was into every you want to do karate, but even on karate, like, hit me. Like I want. What does it feel like to get hit? Even in boxing, like I don't want to just go like, oh, you know, shadow box. Like, my shadow ain't gonna hit me. I gotta know what it feels like to get hit.
Yeah.
So that's how I was. And so like when I, traditional shit, I was never into.
Yeah.
But he's done it all the way traditional the whole way up.
Yeah.
But it was just something
I didn't realize he had done this for like years.
He's a black belt. I think he just got his black belt.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No.
Now I really want to try.
He's been at it. He's been at it for forever. Like it's like it's not a hobby.
Yeah.
It's something that he truly is very, very passionate about.
Yeah.
I was never passionate about jiu-jitsu the way he is, and the way a lot of people are.
Yeah.
I was more like, like when you were talking about your bar brawls, like you get kicked, like how do you take that and keep on fighting, like you know those type of things.
Yeah.
Karate didn't teach you that shit. Karate was just like belts and gis and breathe, and I was like, no, like I just got hit 3 times, like like how do I not get hit again? Like,
right.
Yeah. Or you're disoriented. How do you know what I'm saying? So that's the training stuff that I used to do.
Gotcha.
But he's super passionate about jiu-jitsu.
That makes me nervous. That means he'd probably kick my ass, or he'd probably throw me. That's the thing.
But it's funny when you listen to him. He said it before. Like he'll do his wrestling stuff. He'll do his jiu-jitsu ground game. He hates getting hit in the face. He said as soon as he gets hit in the face, he's done. Which is funny because I don't know. Some of those things you have to expect even in wrestling.
Sure.
It might not be say it's an accidental like shoulder or elbow.
Yeah.
I don't know. You take something to the face during the match.
Absolutely, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
So, but yeah. Well, we should link his IG. We should. I know he's got a video up of him throwing somebody.
Almost daily. He's going through his practices and stuff.
Yeah. Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, but maybe we go live over there and
and that'd be fun. Yeah.
Like our podcast where you guys go out there.
This could happen.
Let's talk to him.
Yeah. All right.
Sponsor the show.
Hey, now we're talking.
Speaking of sponsors, let's give a shout out to our sponsor.
Lady Juice
And there we go. Well, I was joking. I thought we were all 3, and then you spoke, and I was like, fuck.
I was ready to. I was like, we're gonna hold, and there's a technically real sponsor.
Yeah. But anyway, shout out to our sponsors.
Whoever
there we go.
Our future sponsors.
But
on to we're gonna hit a topic. Okay,
Let's do it.
We're gonna actually hit a topic, unlike we did last segment. So every week we talk about our lifts of the week, what we did, and all that sort of stuff. So Alan, want to kick us off with how your lifts for the week went?
So I was thinking about this driving in. I was like, man, I forgot we deadlifted last Monday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we came in and it was against ungodly amount of chain.
Yeah.
But anyway, it turned into a pretty good little battle between me and Jeff. Jeff, much stronger puller than I am, but he'll be like, "Oh, you're not at this," and I'm like, "Dude, whatever, man. You're stronger." Mm-hmm. So it's just like one of those things. So me and him are battling it out. I don't remember what I got up to. I missed at 860, which I think he missed at 855. And I made a make, I think it was like at 8:20, 8:10, whatever it was. And long story short, I was sitting there playing around. I walked up to Jeff and I was like, dude, I'm good taking second to you. You know, it's just like one of those ones, like, he's a lot stronger than me.
Yeah.
And I was okay with that. I was okay having second place for the night.
Sure.
And then something ate at me. I was like, motherfucker, go for it.
Yeah.
So I took his weight he had missed on, slapped on 2.5s. And went for it, and he told me, he's sitting in front of me, he's like, motherfucker, if you get this, I'm putting my gear back on. He was packed up. Shorts, shirt, bag, shoes, about to go home. And I took an attempt at 860, missed it, and he's like, motherfucker. suited back the fuck up.
Wow.
After having been
That's
rested.
dedication.
Oh, yeah. This was a good little brawl that night. Suited the fuck back up. To go take another crack at 860, which is now 5 pounds more than what he missed at.
Right.
And he ended up not getting that one either. So, but he still beat me. He beat me for the night.
Yeah.
As far as a heavier weight goes on our makes.
Yeah.
But it was just a good fun night. So.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when y'all deadlifted that Sunday.
No. Oh, so no, we didn't.
No, because we were down. That's right.
That's right.
That's
okay,
right.
now I'm.
See, that's what I was doing. I forgot. Last weekend was. A blur.
All of last week was a blur for me because previous weekend we were down in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale Saturday, Miami on Sunday.
Yep. So Sunday we weren't doing anything. Monday I came in and did bodybuilding.
Yep.
Did bodybuilding legs, which I felt glutes and quads for the rest of the week. It was incredible. It was a good workout. I'm telling you, man. Like I'm gonna start wearing shorter and shorter shorts because these legs, beautiful.
We're gonna need a longer table so I can sit further away.
We're gonna need a longer table so I can have my legs up here at all times.
That's why. That's why.
ND filter on the camera to dim it down a little bit.
Absolutely, you're gonna need all of that.
Make it a little Basic Instinct.
When that legs come up, it's gonna brighten the room.
Yes.
I think we could battle.
I think
I showed you the other day. Like, yeah, dude, I'm whiter than those. I'm whiter than those. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my gosh!
And I shaved.
Oh my gosh, dude!
That's pasty.
Wow!
Wait, I'm telling you, I don't get into the sun. I hate the sun.
That's
Powder. The movie Powder. It's about as white as
my eyes.
I'm telling you. There you go.
It is literally. Can you zoom in on the chalk that's on this? Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm telling you, I hate the fucking sun.
Wow, I can see again. Goodness, wow. All right,
y'all. That's why I hesitated shaving the other night. I'm like, God, at least I got a little colored dude leg hair.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wear shorter shorts, so my legs see the sun every once in a while.
No.
Like running shorts. I squat in like runner shorts.
Yeah. Wow, Brad calls them Ranger panties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Yeah.
I like them. But then bench press Wednesday night.
Yes.
Was no, it was reverse.
Y'all had against Reds up to 2 rep max.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, gosh, it's such a blur. It was so long ago.
It is.
And that went well, I think. I remember not being
anybody's
mad.
Numbers.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I remember not being mad, so
that's always a good night.
Good. Yeah. But then the rest of the week, the rest of my week was dedicated to wrestling because wrestling coach. We had regional wrestling.
Thursday, Friday, right?
Yeah, or Friday, Saturday was regional wrestling, and we had 5 kids make it to either to a round where they either go to state or they don't.
Yeah.
They call it the blood round here up in Nebraska. It's called the heartbreak round. We ended up taking 2 kids, which sucks because it's like, these guys were so close, they've worked hard and, so it is what it is, but,
That's what you just said, a heartbreak, like, it's tough. I've been faced with it multiple times in coaching powerlifting. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, the times I've had to do it, it's different weight classes, but I had, CJ and real good friend of ours, Rico, he's a lifer on the board. But I took them two were battling it out for who could bench 365 first.
Okay.
And so Rico was like a 220 or 242. CJ at the time 275 or 308er. And both of them were battling for who was going to bench 365 first.
Yeah.
So Rico goes out and he doesn't get it. And then like he comes over and CJ's about to go next. And I'm up here talking with CJ. And Rico pops over. He's like, "Where are you taking him to, coach?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Where are you taking him to?" He's like, "I know he's your favorite. I know he's your favorite."
Oh.
And it was one of those. And I had signs made up. So whoever benched heavier for the week, I had signs that said CJ benches the most, Rico benches the most.
Yeah.
And I put them up in the very first gym. I think I still have them somewhere. But like those were like things, the battle between us was like, I was like, I don't have a favorite. It just like lined up that CJ takes a crack at 365 first.
Right.
And I think CJ was the first one to do it in a meet.
Yeah.
You know, and things like that. The last meet in December, like trying to get everyone to the WPO.
Yeah.
Like that was like a not only a goal of theirs, it's a goal of mine. Like we had so many fucking people lined up to go. And then like one person makes it through, you know, but then like fell short of qualifying numbers. The next person bombs out, so it's like motherfucker, like, you know, one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, so I never want to like say if it's you and Jody, I'm like, oh, you know, me and Austin we're going. They're like, fuck, man, like Jody didn't make it.
Right.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Obviously as an athlete, but as a coach, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I want to be so happy for you, but fuck Jody, like, and I take as a coach, I take that very personal. Like, it hits me. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I want everyone to go fucking eat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's I don't know how to explain it. What you do with your kids?
So I try. It's funny because the other coaches. I'm just an assistant coach, but because the other coaches are so heavily invested and like they are live or die. Like they are very much like. Their emotional state hinges on how their wrestlers do because they put so much time and effort in. I end up having to be the, hey, everything's okay still. This is just high school sports. I end up having to be that. I caught myself though because this weekend I was not that guy. I was not the, hey, everything's okay. Yeah. This is still just, you know, you've got the rest of your life kind of thing to, you know, everyone's like, oh, high school's the best years of your life. No, it's not. It's fucking not. All right. You got so many great years ahead of you, all that sort of stuff. But this weekend I was like, man, this is your time. This is the time to fucking go get your shit in. You know, you make this happen. And then most of our kids didn't make it happen, and so it's like, I feel bad, and it's
the three didn't make it, and you want to be super happy for the other two that did.
Right.
And you're like trying to devote your time equally.
Especially since the two were seniors, and whereas the other three are underclassmen, so they've got another couple years to come back.
So that hits a little differently. You know, like when you look at that, like your seniors got to move on.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you still want your underclassmen to make it, but you know they still have time,
right?
Type of thing. So that sets a little different. Yeah. But either way, as a team, as a group, as a family, you want the whole fucking crew to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
That's what you want, and it's going to be weird this week, especially because of all the COVID stuff. Normally, week of state, the whole team comes in and still practices together, but they aren't allowing that. They're only allowing the kids who are going to state to come in, so that way, you know, the kids don't come down with COVID and don't miss out on you know the state tournament because you know the kids who were done went out and did stupid stuff and now they're back.
Yeah.
So it'll be weird. It's going to be 4 coaches in a room with 2 kids that have practiced all year long together, and so it's gonna be a weird experience.
Do the other 3 get to come along too and practice and train, or are they done?
Nope, they're done.
Okay, all right.
Because of all the regulations that's going on. You know, weird year, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, but getting back to our topic of like weird weeks and everything, I've been very strict with the new bodybuilding diet where, you know, I'm doing super high protein, decent amount of carbs, I'm tracking everything. I decided that because Friday night I was staying in a hotel in Melbourne because that's where wrestling was. I was like, I'm gonna take today off, and so I went to a bar. I had a little bit too much alcohol because I was by myself. You know, Liz was still had work the next day, so she couldn't come down. So it's just me hanging out at Ozzy's Crab House in Melbourne, which is...
Shout out to Ozzy's.
Hell, big shout out to Ozzy's. They were fantastic. It's great, isn't it? Not a sponsor. Maybe one day. But And they had, because it's Friday during Lent, they had a fish fry, all-you-can-eat fish fry deal for $15. And I went ham, man.
Yeah.
I got like 3 or 4 baskets and tons of fries, and I drank a couple beers, some whiskey and Cokes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I get back to the hotel, wake up the next morning, felt terrible. However, I felt like that was something I needed to do because I had been so strict for weeks and weeks and weeks that sometimes you just kind of need a break, you know? And I knew that, like, maybe the scale wouldn't be kind to me on Monday, which, you know, it went up, but I also know that my body's going to re-regulate itself.
Yeah, you got a lot going on with what you said with what you ate and drank. So I mean, a lot of sodium, so you're gonna bloat from that.
Right.
The beer, you know, the whiskey, things like that. So you're gonna have some extra water weight.
Yeah.
So those are times to not get on the scale and be like, you know,
right,
and feel down. Those are not times like that.
Yeah.
You know, and what you mentioned is body needing a break. Like I know very few people that can stay on 100% of the time.
Right.
I trained one. She was going to be a bikini competitor. And
was she at the first gym?
She was at the first gym.
She would come early in the morning. I know who you're talking about.
To the T. She hit every single macro. There was no such thing as a cheat day. She did everything to the T. It did not bother her. And those are rarities. Then you have some people, and your coaches, your nutritionists, and things like that will tell you, "Hey, awesome, you've been on for 3, 4, 5 weeks. Who knows? Maybe even less time, whatever.
Sure.
Maybe in a week, and you get a cheat day on the 7th day.
Yeah.
Type of thing, and that just depends. But even on those cheat days, when we start talking about surpluses and maintenance and deficits for whatever your goal may be, you have people that will stay strict for 6 days, blow their average out of the water on day 7. And then wonder why they're gaining weight.
Right.
And it's like, well, take a look at your averages. You know, you were 2,000, so we're at 12,000, and you have a 6,000 calorie day. Well, if your averages are supposed to be at 15, 2,000, I don't know the math, but then you blow that average out. Well, guess what? After the end of the 7 days, you're now in a surplus for somebody who needs to be in a deficit.
Right.
Well, you kind of fucked up. So on that person, we'd have to dial you back some. But
that's kind of the thing, though, is like a lot of people have that mindset of the cheat day and the I get to have whatever I want, and then they just binge eat all this sort of stuff. You know, that has never worked for me. Whether it's losing weight or whether it's putting on muscle or anything like that. Any of my goals of gaining strength and whatever, it comes with consistency.
100%.
And for me, I have to track in order to stay consistent. But there comes a time where I'm done. Like,
but it's also
I'm mentally exhausted.
For like you, it's per the individual. So every one of these things is always about the individual.
Yeah.
So what works great for you may be every 7th day a cheat meal. Like you get breakfast. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
When I first started in this whole fitness game was bodybuilding, and I was strict for 6 days. I got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I got off.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't have to count anything. I could eat whatever the hell I wanted. But it was to the point where, like, I'd go out for breakfast and I didn't go crazy. Like my body kind of regulated itself, like as what was too much.
Yeah.
And then I was so used to eating so clean for 6 days on all of my meals that like I would just be like, by lunch and dinner, like I'd have a really dirty breakfast, like fucking fatty and nasty.
Yeah.
And then my body wasn't used to that, so I was like, blah. Lunch and dinner was like, oh, I'll take chicken and broccoli, like because I got used to it, but I was like so bogged down from.
No, that's a super real
meal.
Feeling. Like that's something that I didn't expect. Like when I started eating cleaner and cleaner, when I went off of that, I felt terrible.
But see, that's a funny thing. Now you have a cheat meal, and like now your cheat meal may be more rice or more chicken or. Ooh, I'll put barbecue sauce on,
right?
And that turns out to be like your cheat, and people look at me like, barbecue sauce? Like seriously?
Yeah.
Well, like if you know what I flavored my meat with and steak or chicken, whatever it is, barbecue sauce may be a cheat for you.
Yeah.
It's something, but that's what I said. It's per the individual, and it absolutely, in my opinion, helps you to stay sane, to stay on the goal, on track. To have a little bit of freedom and to know like, hey, look, like I've been doing good for 6 days or 14 days or 21 days. And hey, I can put in this work, just like in anything, you know.
Yeah.
We go like what you're talking about. You know, you're working your jobs to whatever this is.
Yeah.
Your goal down the road. This is your same goal here. I put in 21 days of hard work.
Absolutely.
For, you know, you did this working your job for a fat fucking paycheck.
Yeah.
A big ass fucking bonus.
Absolutely.
Your bonus, your fat fucking paycheck, is 6 Krispy Kreme donuts for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not, you know, it's not that you're going to be eating these Krispy Kremes the rest of the fucking day, the rest of the fucking week. It's literally, you get one meal. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of it, just back on fucking track.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like I said, it keeps everything real. It doesn't make it feel like it's punishment. And like I said, it's always per the individual.
Is there anything that you have purposely kept in your diet because it's something that you just need? Because Liz and I have a thing.
Real foods. Real foods, like what and when I say real foods, like chicken and broccoli is real food, but like I eat fast food. Mm-hmm. I love fried chicken.
We talk about 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven
I'll go to
your
7-Eleven.
fried chicken.
I'll go to Popeyes.
Yeah.
But I don't eat it like what everybody believes. I don't eat it every day and I don't eat it every week. But I allow it in my diet. So like when I told you when we first started talking about all this stuff, I don't track, but I eat my protein bars, I drink my shakes, I eat my rice, I eat my broccoli. I eat vegetables, believe it or not. But I also don't live on
I
fried
hardly
chicken.
ever eat vegetables.
Yeah.
I try to, but it's like it's funny that you mention I do eat vegetables. Like,
well, yeah, because people think that all he eats is 7-Eleven, McDonald's, and
right.
But even like when I go to 7-Eleven, like it's not the shitty taquitos and chicken tenders.
I mean, sometimes.
But yeah, but it can be. You know, like when I go out and it's Popeyes, I only eat Popeyes maybe once every 2 weeks. Maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I get kind of tired of it. So back to what your question was, I let that stuff into my diet anyway to just stay on track. But even when I program for people and I put food, like I'll talk to you guys. Austin, what do you like to eat? What's your foods?
Yeah.
Well, Alan, I like Twinkies and I like M&Ms and I like peanut butter.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever parfaits. Okay, great. Eat them, but remember that they may be loaded calorie wise. All right, nutritionally not dense, calorically very dense.
Right.
And that you get 2,000 calories a day.
Sure.
So your peanut butter parfait was 600 calories. Guess what? That was your dessert. Your other day, the rest of your day is 1,400 calories. That's all you get. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, and then from there, your body, like what we were talking about, like when your body learns, like, man, I had fucking a shitty breakfast, like really fatty, really greasy.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that stuff. So you kind of learn also, man, like I love fucking fried chicken, but fried chicken, man, I'm starving, I'm hungry. It wasn't really worth the bang for the buck type of thing. So then you kind of learn to stay away from shit like that. Mm-hmm. You start to learn like, man, that just wasn't worth the calories type of thing. And so your body and your mind start to just get rid of foods, and like you train yourself.
Yeah. You
can open up your fucking fridge or go to Publix, go to 7-Eleven, and be like, oh man, but I remember last time I ate you and you were good as fuck, but I was hungry an hour later and I actually went over my calories that day, so I'm not gonna fucking eat you.
Right.
And you can train your mind and your body to do that. It can. It does happen.
Yeah.
Once again, it just depends on my athlete, my individual.
It's a
how mentally strong are you or weak, and I have to build that up just as well as I build physical strength.
It's a way less extreme diet of, you know, Jay and Silent Bob. What's his name? Silent Bob. Zach and Mary Make a Porno director.
Jason Hughes?
No, the other guy. Not Jason Hughes.
Man, he's got a stand up, and he's not funny, by the way.
Kevin Smith.
Thank you, Kevin
His stand up, horrible.
I love his podcasts.
Yeah.
His podcasts are great. When he's talking about something he's super passionate about, super great. But the reason why I bring him up is because like 2-3 years ago, he had like the Widowmaker heart attack, right? And so he had to drop a whole bunch of weight. He's not fat anymore. Mm-hmm. And he did the thing that the magician Penn Jillette did. And it was 2 weeks. It was all you could have were unsalted, unbuttered, nothing on it, potatoes. And all you could eat as many potatoes as you want. You fucking baked, boiled, whatever. Just couldn't have anything on it. And by the end of the 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, however long it was, he then had a bite of corn, and it totally tasted different. And so it's kind of a similar principle here. The cleaner we eat, the better some things taste because of the way it makes us feel. Like it's a weird, it's a stretch on where I'm trying to get to.
No, I know what you're saying. Like there's two spinoffs that I already see from that. Like the one is the extremes, just like the cabbage diet or the soup diet.
There's so many extreme diets.
Like things like that.
Yeah.
Like even Atkins, like they're so extreme that by the time when you go back and you have a carb, are you like, oh my God, I miss these motherfuckers? Or are they like, ew, carbs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it also depends on the person that I put on Atkins anyway. Yeah. But it's also like the happy medium. And that's why the way that I've gone is allowing you guys to have foods that you generally like, but giving you parameters.
Yeah.
Like for you, Austin, you get 2,000 calories. I break your macros down. Hey, you want fucking fried chicken? You want unsalted, uncooked fucking crispy potatoes? Right. But they count them up, The second thing that you're talking there is, so we're going extremes, but then back to the food taste. So like people who stay clean, when they have something fatty, the grease or the fat content can upset their stomach. It can upset their performance. Yeah. You hear me talk about it sometimes in here. Your food choices before you walk in here can bog you down. Yeah. And you come up to me like, man, I'm just not feeling it tonight. I'm like, oh, what'd you eat? Oh, I fucking had brisket and French fries and garlic mashed potatoes. And I'm just like, well, what do you normally eat? Fucking rice and broccoli and chicken. I'm like, well,
there you go.
Like your system's bogged down. You don't have access to energy. And your energy sources were poor choices. So we talk about some of that stuff. Yeah. But coming back to the main portion of this topic, just one night of going off the rails and having a couple whiskeys and having some fried fish, is that terrible? Absolutely not. Right. And what's the rest? And this is why I try to talk to people also when you heard me say averages. What's the rest of your week look like?
Right. Because for the rest of the week, I was super strict. As I always am.
Sometimes it can be just a mental break for you to be like, man, like real fucking food, or man, a vacation, like when we think about work. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. But the other thing is sometimes these foods may have the opposite effect. Maybe they don't bog you down. Maybe they don't make you sick. Maybe they don't make you feel like fucked up. Right. They can sometimes speed your body up. Like, oh my God, this motherfucker's feeding me. Right. He's giving me real carbs. He's giving me real, shit like that. And sometimes you wake up the next morning and you're actually lighter. Yeah. So it just depends. Everybody's different. Sure. But I've had people where I give cheat days. When we keep talking at the board, I'll say, hey, Austin, on Sunday, go have a cheat day. You'll come back to me like, dude, I'm good. I don't need them. Yeah. I don't want them. They don't do for me what they do for other people. And I just keep you on your clean diet. You're fine with that. Like my one lady I was telling you about, she didn't need cheats. Yeah. She just stayed on. She enjoyed it. She performed. Her strength went up. She was losing the weight and the body fat she needed to compete. Yeah. And, but everybody's different. That's why I say it's an individual basis.
A lot of people talk about are you an eat to live person or are you live to eat? And I'm very much on the live to eat side of that. Yeah. I live to eat good food because I like good food.
But see, and that's where, I've had a lot of people when I write for them that when they look at me, when I say, hey, what do you like? And you're like, oh man, my fucking mom makes cornbread and homemade fried chicken. I'm like, fucking eat it. You look at me like, motherfucker, what? Why am I paying you? Right. Do you like it? Do you want to keep it in? Like what you just said, like you like to eat food. You like good food. So why don't I make your plan fit what you like to eat? Now, and I also tell people like, look, as long as your whole day doesn't make up donuts and candy. Sure. But the next thing I take a look at with my people is what are your vitals? What are your internals? And I always go this, what's your cholesterol, triglycerides, blood pressure, things like that. Yeah. So if as I'm allowing you to eat 2,000 calories a day and you decide to eat 2,000 calories of cupcakes, can you lose weight? You will because it's a surplus and it's a deficit. But now we start looking at performance, and now we start looking at what's your pancreas doing? What are your sugar numbers? What are your fat numbers? Yeah. What's your cholesterol doing? Yeah. So great, he lost 20 pounds eating cupcakes. Right. But now he's a sloth, and now he's like bogged down, and his system is shitty, and Jesus, he's on a verge of a heart attack, and he's got diabetes, but he's down 20 pounds. Well, okay, now it's like, yeah, but he's an unhealthy fucker. Right. Yeah, So there's that spin on that too. So I tell my people, as long as you ain't coming in here to me and it's all M&Ms 7 days a week, eat, hit your macros, hit your calories, stay on track for me, have some freedom. That's how I go for that. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, Jody, do you have any meals that are must-haves in your diet?
Yeah, I'm a stress eater. So when I get stressed, I'll turn to a pizza. Yeah. And beer.
I get that. I totally get that.
How many? Sitting down, pizza right in front of you. How much can you eat? Large pizza.
Can I eat?
No, can you eat? Like able to eat. Large
Able
pizza.
to eat. Whole thing.
Seriously.
Easy.
One sitting.
One sitting.
Depends on the pizza.
Cheese. Let's just be simple.
I mean, like, is it
cheese.
Is it
Domino's?
Pizza Hut?
Domino's
is it Pizza
cheese.
Hut, or is it
Domino's
Tombstone from Walmart?
Domino's cheese pizza.
Domino's cheese pizza, large.
Regular crust.
Tops, half a pizza.
Tops half
Tops.
a pizza.
And I'm talking about to get like a mushing pizza. And Domino's, y'all do that weird fucking, which I love, except I love the edges because they're crispy.
Yeah.
And so y'all don't have very many edges.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, the insides. That's the same thing on brownies. But I'm just like, versus triangle slices,
Yeah.
tops, 4 pieces. And I'm mushing in number 4. And
Really?
then that's it. Oh, fucking full of shit.
I go through half sitting there, and then within the next couple hours, I can eat the other half grazing, just walking by, grabbing
A Domino's medium, because y'all are literally, the restaurant is literally around the corner from our house.
Yeah, yeah.
A Domino's medium, I can eat half of the little thin crust squares and be comfortable. That's on a medium. I'm pushing boundaries.
I fucking eat. Like,
I don't.
whether, like, I mean, once when Liz and I went to, for my birthday, Red Lobster, and endless shrimp, 110 pieces.
Really?
Yep. One sitting, 110 pieces. Boom.
We used to go to the casinos and eat at the all-you-can-eat buffets,
Yeah.
shrimp and crab legs and stuff like that. And when I used to eat shrimp, never counted.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know. I don't know. Just not
How many plates do you get?
at a buffet.
At a buffet.
Tops 2.
Get the
I,
fuck
I'm
out
not
of
even, I
here.
won't even make this up. To pay buffet prices is stupid for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, unless like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about fucking stacking the goddamn plate?
Sure. I mean,
Right, tops a plate then. But if it's like, oh, I'll take a piece of this, I may go back for 2, and I'm stuffed.
I'm gross at, like, I can't remember the comedian, but there's a comedian that does a whole bit on somewhere over the buffet table.
Oh,
But it's like,
that tapping's gonna be on that microphone, so everyone out there listen to that tapping, count those.
but
His whole stick was always about food.
yeah, and he talked about how Chinese buffet.
Short guy, big guy, black hair.
He's in one of the mob movies.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but-
Every fucking thing he talked about was always about food.
He had one bit that fucking kills me where he's like, I go into a Chinese buffet and I just eat and I eat and I eat, and they go, how are you still going? We
Yeah.
put enough MSG to kill everything. And that's me.
We may have to edit that part
We
out.
may have to edit that part out. But like I am a glutton, and
Yeah.
I will just go. And I mean, shoot, when I was in high school, there was a USA Steak Buffet, is the place it was called,
Yeah.
and I had 65 ounces of steak. I had 12 or however many. I can't remember. It was like 12 or 13 4 to 5 ounce steaks. Like
Outback.
Yeah.
All right. Outback. What do you get? A salad?
Yeah.
Potato. 12-ounce steak.
Yeah.
I'm cutting half that motherfucker. I'll eat them all in my salad. That motherfucker's going home. Can't. That's Outback. That's 12-ounce.
you're a big dude.
That done, Chad, I wish Chad was here. God, Chad always talk about when he comes back. He's like, this is why I hate going out of town with you. He's like, I always come back way heavier than when I left. Because I'll graze.
Yeah.
I'll eat smaller meals and stuff like that. Always taking back a doggy bag.
Yeah.
Like our fucking fridges are filled with doggy bags. And Chad will sit there and be like, oh, well, if Alan's eating, I guess I got to eat now. And he'll eat a whole meal.
Yeah.
To my half a meal. But I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Every single meal, I have 2,400 calories in a day, right? Every single meal is 800 calories.
All right, so 3 a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I eat 3 meals a day. But every single meal, for a lot of people, 800 calories is a fuck ton of calories. Like,
How do you feel?
I feel fine. I feel great. Like,
But when you leave that sitting, are you hungry?
no.
Okay. So you're full?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
full. And then by the next time,
The reason I'm asking is because 65 ounces of steak, if you plug in, God, no, we don't have to fucking do. If you did 21 grams of protein per 3 ounces, and let's just say you had 8 ounces of fat, or 8
I've
grams
got
of
an
fat.
easier way of doing this.
But I'm just going off of steak.
Yeah.
Generally about 120 to 180 calories per 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Okay, 65 divided by 3, you just ate that steak alone is already going to be over your calories for the day.
Yes. That was in high school. 4,000. This is just 1 ounce beef steak generic. 65 ounces. 4,615 calories.
So if we did
503 grams of protein.
65 divided by 3 is 21 times 180. Close, 3,900.
Yeah. So.
Okay. And that's not even talking grade of steak. So we're pretty close. What were we there? 4,200?
46.
46?
Yeah.
Okay. That one steak is already over your whole calories.
Right. Yeah.
Now, when you want to start talking about diets and stuff, and we can get into these, this would be a good topic one day.
Yeah.
The carnivore diet. Like these people are like, just strictly meat.
Strictly meat.
Okay. Which is also the Atkins people, and they were just like strictly.
Yeah.
You could have sausage and cheese and fucking bacon.
As much as you want.
As much as you want. And everybody heard that, right? And I don't want to say everybody, but everybody was like, if Atkins did it.
Yeah.
So the next thing they're on fucking cheese and fucking bacon and sausage because I had no carbs, right?
Right.
Well, then they're like, but I feel terrible. Like,
you're like sweating.
Yeah. Like, are you losing weight? Like, yeah, like you are, but like Jesus, man, like you're now unhealthy. Why? Let's go take a look at back at some of this. And some of these people, while you're on Atkins, you're not eating carbs, but some of these people are like, why am I gaining weight? Let's go back and take a look at your choices.
Yeah.
How much, calorically, what's in sausage? What's in cheese? What's in steak? Right. You know what I'm saying? And eggs and all these things, So, some people actually gained weight on Atkins, which was supposed to be, a weight loss type of diet. But they just mismanaged. So, anyway, that's for another day.
Moral of the story. I keep doing that. Dang it. I catch myself sometimes.
Moral of the story? Hey. No fucking morals.
That's right. Don't have any morals, no ethics.
No values.
No
strippers and beer. No sponsors.
That is fucking true. No morals, no ethics, no sponsors. We gotta get ourselves some morals of the story.
We're making a lot of fucking t-shirts too. We ain't made one fucking t-shirt.
We haven't yet.
Sounds like my t-shirt business. Where you at, Gio?
I heard, I was gonna say,
Sin bought our t-shirt business.
Hey,
but that's a whole nother story between me and Gio.
Oh yeah.
When we got into the t-shirt business,
we'll have to get into that during the break. We'll do that. But let me tell you something. We've got another topic as I look at. We'll talk about it later. This is Stache and Beard Show.
Later, motherfuckers.